Texas Governor Greg Abbott is ordering DPS to ensure that truckers driving in Texas are proficient in English. This is Friday, September 5th, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Well, thanks for starting the end of your week with the Texas Minute. If you find yourself enjoying the podcast, we'd appreciate it if you'd leave a rating and possibly even a review. We appreciate the feedback, and it helps others find the show. Our purpose for doing this is to help citizens be more informed and therefore more effectively engaged. So to that end, let's get to today's news. The July death of a Harris County inmate has been ruled a homicide. Alexis Cardenas died during a struggle with officers trying to escort him out of the jail. The Harris County Institute of Forensic Science says the factors contributing to the man's death include drugs, cardiac arrhythmia, and restraint. Meanwhile, the Harris County Sheriff's Office is still awaiting the results of an independent investigation by the Texas Rangers. While the cause of death has been officially classified as a homicide, meaning it was caused by another person, no charges have yet been filed against any individual in connection with the case. As part of operations at the Port of Houston, federal authorities seized 1,300 barrels of methamphetamine precursor chemicals, marking the largest bust of its kind in U.S. history. Law enforcement officials allege the chemicals were intended for delivery to labs controlled by the Sinaloa Cartel. That's a Mexico-based entity that's been designated as a foreign terrorist organization by President Donald Trump and Secretary of State Marco Rubio. The chemicals were created and shipped from China and could have been used to produce 190,000 kilograms of methamphetamine worth $569 million. By comparison, in the entirety of fiscal year 2024, U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents seized 79,000 kilograms of methamphetamine along the entire southwest border. Attorney General Ken Paxton is appealing a federal injunction against the display of the Ten Commandments. At issue is a federal judge's decision to block 11 school districts from enforcing a new state law mandating that the Ten Commandments be displayed in every Texas classroom. Paxton is asking the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals to reverse that order. Paxton argues that the Ten Commandments are a cornerstone of American law and that efforts to block their display rely on misinterpretations of constitutional principles, including the so-called separation of church and state. Paxton's office is also warning the more than 1,000 school districts not covered by the San Antonio judge's injunction to comply with the law or face the consequences. Now, imagine telling our founding fathers that some future judge of the Republic would block the display of the Ten Commandments. They may have given King George a second chance. The Texas Minute will be right back.
News and analysis on what's happening in Texas. End your day with daily headlines from Texas Scorecard. Every day at 5 p.m., join me, Brandon Waltons, as we recap the biggest stories of the day and talk about why they matter to you. From the state capitol to town hall, there's no shortage of events happening. Keep up with it all. Watch and subscribe to Daily Headlines from Texas Scorecard.
Governor Greg Abbott directed the Texas Department of Public Safety yesterday to comply with a presidential executive order requiring English proficiency for commercial truck drivers following reports that the Lone Star State hasn't been doing so. In April, President Donald Trump issued an executive order that directed the Secretary of Transportation to strengthen English proficiency rules for commercial driver's license holders. This reversed a 2016 policy implemented by former President Barack Obama, who had directed safety inspectors not to place commercial drivers out of service for violating English fluency requirements. Last week, a truck drivers advocacy group reported that Texas currently employs the most non-English-speaking commercial truck drivers of any state. So yesterday, the governor directed DPS to conduct English language proficiency reviews of all commercial truck drivers on Texas roads. He also ordered the agency to stop issuing intrastate commercial licenses to individuals who can't communicate sufficiently in English. You can find details on all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. Today's edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Michael Wilson, Sidney Henry, and Addie Hovland. Production duties are handled by Nick Shepard. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now go make it a great weekend.